Well, thank you for joining us with this document production. This is for IGCSE Information and Communication Technology based on documents. This session we're going to look at getting a data from a file which is in rich text format in RTF, as well as getting information from another file, a CSV file, which is comma-separated values. So let's first open two files, and we will find the file called text1, and it is a rich text file. So let's open text1. So we'll go to File, Open. And we can find the rich text file. So we could browse until you found the document, and then once we've got this, I want to save it as a doc. So we will save as, and here in this second box we want that to be doc. So let's select Word 97 2003 doc. Good. So let's save that, and let's replace the existing file. That's fine. Now we're going to come back and use this document, but first of all we're going to get a table, and we're going to place the table here. We're going to edit this, and we're going to change the heading, we're going to add a paragraph, and we're going to change a few words in the document by it as an edit function. So let's also now open the Table 1 CSV. Now this is a comma-separated value. What we're going to do with this is we're going to turn this into a table. So we highlight all of the data, and then we click Insert Table. There's this drop-down here, and we are going to convert the text to a table. So we'll click on that. Just press OK. Now, what we do here is we have a column which we don't want. So to delete this column, we're going to click anywhere inside that column. See, there it is, the flashing cursor. We're going to right mouse, right click, and to delete cells. So I'll select that. And we're going to choose delete entire column. So I'll click that button and OK. Now, see all these characters? These characters are there because I've selected the option. If I go into, see that character? That shows all the spaces and the enter buttons and the tab buttons. Now, if I copy, I can do that using I can do Control-C, or I can use right-click copy. Then I'll go into my text file where we've got text1.doc. I'm going to go over this line here and paste. We need to have a line between the table and the text, so I click here, press enter, and we've got a consistent spacing. Now the task I'd like to do with this is we're going to edit some functions. So first of all, I'm going to move this last sentence in the document so that it becomes the last sentence in the first paragraph. So there's a few ways we can do that. I'm going to select, I don't want that full stop, so I'll select it to here, and I'm going to drag it. So I'll hold the mouse down and drag it up to just here. And so that's drag and drop. Okay. Now if I undo that, another way is to highlight this, copy it, and then repaste it in position where you want it to be. And the beauty of that is we don't lose the data if something goes wrong. We then come back down to this sentence and delete that sentence once we're happy that we've got. So that's different than cut and paste. That was a copy and paste. Don't forget to delete the sentence that we don't want. Now I'm going to take that space off down here, remove one of these enter buttons, and we've got consistent data. I'd like to add a new subtitle called School Closures just above the table and add a short paragraph. So we click here in this position, we hit enter. Now if I type now, I will miss a line, so I'm going to hit enter again and type School Closures. That's the subheading, and hit enter and type in the paragraph that we want. And the paragraph says the dramatic change in the weather has meant that a number of areas are experiencing transport problems. So let's type that. Change in the weather. Check the spelling as we go. Has meant that a number of areas are experiencing transport problems. Full stop. Space. This means that many schools across the country have been closed. This means that many schools across the country have been closed. Good. In the third paragraph, there's a word was. We need to change that to is. So we look for the word was in the third paragraph. Here's the word was. Change that to is. So highlight and just retype is. And we've changed the word. We're going to add the word has between counties and reported. So there's counties and reported. So we'll click in here, type HAS and space. So we've inserted has. Now we'll just, one more thing to do, and that is to change the title of the story to Winter Weather Forces Schools to Close. So we'll highlight the title and retype Winter Weather Forces Schools to Close. And there is our finished document. So we're just going to save that. And in our current book, which is the Cambridge IGCSE, this is chapter 10 _ task _ 10A. We'll save that. All right, so thank you for joining us on this session. The next session will be to do with images and importing images.